Okay, good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. Hope everybody's having a pretty good morning. Hopefully your trading has been going well. Thanks for coming. Just want to give a shout out to everybody in the live class, and also just want to say hello to everybody in the recording, and we want to welcome you here. I'm excited. I've already scanned the market just a little bit this morning looking for bankers close opportunities. I think I found a couple that I really like. So we'll want to jump on these fast. But before we do that, just as always, I need to go through our disclaimer here. So as always, just need to remind you about the risks involved in the market. You can lose all or more than your initial investment if you're not careful. You need to know how many pips you're risking versus how big your lot size is, and ultimately how that would affect your account if you were to lose money. So make sure that you're going through that process each and every time that you take a trade. Okay. Awesome. Okay, well, let's jump into this. So there's not a lot of news, which is good this morning. There's some pound news later. There's a speech going on, but that's going to be after the bankers close. I don't see anything here within the last couple of hours at least. Bank of England widens gilt purchase operations with index-linked gilts. Labor market overview, and these were all 8 hours ago. Okay, I think we'll be fine at that point. There's really nothing driving the market right now. The currency that I liked was the pound CAD. We may jump into that. Let me pull up what I'm looking at over here. Could also do euro pound buy potentially. Just looking for stuff that's hitting the upper Bollinger Band. This one actually could be an opportunity. I could definitely see this one being an opportunity coming up here. The Euro CAD would be an option for the bankers close. We also would have, let's take a look at it. I might do that one just because due to the COT report, we have, let's see, Euro is still incredibly bearish. The CAD is kind of 50-50 right now, so that's probably fine. Okay, then yeah, let's either do the pound, what did I say, pound CAD. This would be an option, or the Euro CAD would be an option. Let's see, this could go all the way up to here before we hit some significant, that could go 50 pips against us potentially. What about the Euro CAD? This one's not even at its resistance yet. Let's see, let me zoom in. Thing I like about this one is just because the euro is incredibly shorted right now by those banks. There's not any news that I'm aware of, so I think I will go with this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and just start layering in a couple of trades. Again, we're shorting, so I'm going to go ahead and short the Euro CAD. I'm just going to kind of get in a starter position. Oh, this is already coming down, geez. Okay, so yeah, this is coming down quick already. But yeah, I'm just building a starter position to short the Euro CAD. And again, I like this because, you know, it is pushing up here at the end of the trading day for London, and there's no news propping this up or constituting this move. It agrees with the COT report in terms of the type of direction we want to go. Obviously a euro short would be ideal. So, okay, so this is what it looks like on a 5-minute chart, and we want to target at the mid Bollinger Band, so somewhere around here would be an ideal target. So I'm going to bring up my take profits. Wow, this happened really quick. Like literally as I was punching in the trades, but that's okay. That's fine. I will want to scatter some of these out. If this happens really quick, that's fine. I'm going to see if we can find another opportunity because that's just so fast. But, and actually we may want to spread some of these out, give us a little bit more profit potential on these. But yeah, because I'm already up 40 pips just on that quick 3-minute move right there. So that's great. But again, so just a reminder of the rules, bankers close, when you're in between these 2 hours, right? So exactly between 3 p.m. GMT, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, and you have 4 p.m. GMT, which would be 12 p.m. Eastern. That is your window of opportunity to trade the banker's close and to trade this phenomenon. Anytime you're in between this window, you are welcome to add to the position. You can, if you're selling, you can add more sells. If you're buying, you can add more buys. But once you leave this window, you can no longer add to the position. What you can do is hang on to straggling trades. If you have not already hit your targets for the day, you can, if you haven't hit your targets, you can let them sit beyond this window, but you cannot add to the position, right? So welcome, Kyle, Rodney, good to see you guys. Rodney, I know you just showed up, so we're shorting the Euro CAD right now. Another alternative would be to short the pound CAD. That one hasn't come down as far, but still a good opportunity. But I am trading the Euro CAD today. That's the one I've chosen. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, there's not a lot of volatility this morning. And part of it's just because we haven't had a lot of news events recently, and that's okay, right? We kind of don't want news events with this because the banker's close will happen nearly all the time in the phenomenon that you and I are used to, as long as there's nothing superseding that phenomenon. So if you have a big news event that came out earlier in the morning, or we'll say in the last 12 hours, often that news event can be the main factor driving the market, and any other phenomenons that normally take place would be null and void, right? Like they just wouldn't work. So this is kind of nice, right? Not a lot of news associated with either one of these pairs at the moment, at least in the last 12 hours. So, we should get a classic banker's close, in my opinion, here. Okay, so again, you'll want to monitor where are we at in terms of the mid Bollinger Band. Again, it's still down here where our targets are, so those are good targets where we've got them. And then we'll just see what this wants to do. If it's still got a ton of time, right? We got 50 minutes left in the banker's close period where we can add to the position. So if this thing wants to climb higher, great. We have a plan. We'll go ahead and add to that position. And then let's see, if this thing wants to go lower, obviously down here would be about the mid Bollinger Band. We want to take a lot of profits down here. I am going to just move one more target down here. There's a lot of areas right here where I believe we could probably hit a lot of targets. So, so I do want to have a couple of exits down there just to take advantage of some profits if we can. Oh, you were in an NQ trade that you wish you weren't in. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It happens, right? It happens. Okay, so, and then just a recap of yesterday while we wait for this, because right now we're not really, I mean, if you still want to get into this trade, you still can. It's not too late. And we'll see, because this may happen really quick, because if it busts lower and we hit these targets, I may look for a second banker's close opportunity just because we're so early in the hour. But yeah, this one's been great so far, just kind of like right at the top of the hour ish. You know, we pretty much got the new high of the day. I think honestly, when there's not a lot of news like today and yesterday, these opportunities come so fast just because I think everyone else catches on. They know what's going on. They know that this is probably a pretty safe trade to take, and so therefore it happens really fast. Whereas other days, you notice, like we had several last week that took till, 20 past the hour, 30 past the hour to get the new high of the day. And then once we got that high, then it started to fade the other way, or if we got that low, then it faded the other way. But anyway, let's see what this does. It's not consolidating very much. Like it's just breaking through each level like a boss. Like it's just going through without any resistance, hardly. I'm now up 60 pips or so. And let's see, we're getting pretty close. Let's look at that 5-minute mid Bollinger. Yeah, we're getting close to that too. Not quite there yet though. So I'll go ahead and let that sit just a little bit longer. Yeah, let's recap while we're just waiting on this trade on the EuroCAD. Yesterday I traded, I believe it was the pound Aussie. Let me see if I can go back to where that position started. I believe it was the pound Aussie. Let's see. Yep, this was it right here. So yesterday we caught this opportunity. And yesterday was great. We made 290 pips in an hour, less than an hour, which was great. And that recording is uploaded. You can go on the website and catch that. And then this was the end of the hour right there. So there was no news, nothing propping up that pound. It went up 90 pips in just a matter of 30 minutes. I couldn't find a thing. I was checking Forex Factory. I was checking other places. I couldn't find it. Oh, hey, 1 second. Come back. We just hit a target. We just hit some profits here. We'll come back to that. Okay, how are we doing? Right, so I just hit some targets, or at least a target. I guess we'll just wait and see if the spread can get us into some of these others. Actually, I think I will manually just close out 1 or 2 more. There we go. Okay. I will let the market get to those. This is happening very quickly today. I may even just put a hopeful trade, just a we'll see what happens trade all the way down here, just because this is slicing through without very much resistance at all. Wow, great work already. So booked already 58 pips this morning, and then I've got another 43 unrealized, and we'll just let that see if it does what it wants to do. Okay, let's see. Rodney says, have you had to close out any losers yet? Not this morning. We didn't have to do any cleanup, which was nice. So basically everything that closes for profit, it doesn't have a loss attached to it. It's just all profit, which is nice. Again, I apologize. I can't really control the market, but this one just happened so quickly. Like the opportunity came right here. That's when the webinar started, and just immediately just started working out pretty fast. How are we doing on that? We've got to be hitting that mid Bollinger Band by now on that 5 minute. Let's take a look. Yeah, we've busted through it. So yeah, it's a good thing we've taken most of the profits, but you don't want to take everything, right? You want to let some ride and some run a little bit. See if you can capture a little bit more profit if possible. Let's see here. What was I gonna do? Well, like I said, we can start looking for another opportunity, but real quickly, I just wanted to finish up what I was seeing on the pound Aussie from yesterday, which was, oh no, yeah, it was a pound Aussie. It's 5 minutes, there we go. So this was from yesterday. It's very similar to today. I think yesterday, ironically, had a little bit more volatility than even today. But yeah, the opportunity just happened. The high of the morning, the high of the day, whatever you want to call it, happened basically right at the start of the webinar. And by the end of the webinar, you know, we had hit our targets. Most of these closed for over 50 pips. You know, my worst trade made 29 pips. My best one made over 50 pips. So somewhere in between there were the profits that were made. But yeah, this one was very quick too. But yeah, there was no news. That's what I was saying. There was no news. That thing just flew up there. I double checked everything. I was like, okay, yep, that's not cool. Like Banker's Close is going to rip this thing apart. And sure enough, yeah, it started coming down. After 4 p.m. GMT, after the London close, I really couldn't tell you where the market's going to go. Obviously, it went up later, as you can see, you know, over the next, you know, through the rest of the New York and through the Tokyo session of the following day. Sure, yeah, it went up a little bit more, but that's not the trade, right? That's not the phenomenon. The phenomenon is this right here, right? And that's what we're focusing on, and that's exactly what we're doing again today on this Euro CAD, right? So same exact thing, you know, just top of the hour, got this opportunity. Oh, there we go, just closed another profit. Okay, we're just the difference of the spread here on this other one. We've now booked 75.4 pips this morning. That guy should close any second now. Just depends on, you know, if we get one more little push. What's the spread? EuroCAD has a wider spread. Let me see what it is over here. That's gonna close. That's gonna close. Watch. That is so close. I mean, it's obviously past the line, but yeah, the spread's kind of wide. Let's see what the spread is on the EuroCAD. Yeah, it's 2.6 pips right now. So kind of a wider spread, but you know, it's also not one of those major currencies. I am so surprised that hasn't just, there it goes, finally, got it. Okay, so now we've booked 95.9 pips this morning, and we've got one straggler and one straggler that's up 20. Okay. But yes, so now we just wow, that happened so quickly. I'm just gonna bring that stop loss to break even now on this guy. There's no reason to, I don't believe it'll make another high, but we are so early today. So let me see if I can find another opportunity. Maybe I'll bring it past break even because the spread is wider, right? We'd like to protect some of that. I don't know. Let me see. Take you out for lobster now. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, so since we're so early, there still could be opportunities on other pairs for the same phenomenon. So I'm gonna look around while we let that one straggler trade do its thing. Um, See if we can find something. Let's obviously, when you're looking for an opportunity, you want to be on a 5 minute. This could be an opportunity. This Aussie franc. Yeah. I mean, we'd want Aussie down and franc up. Does that agree with the COT report? Yeah, we want buy francs. Aussie though is also bullish. So you're just kind of battling two stronger pairs or two stronger currencies. But yes, we might be able to do that one. See if we can get a second opportunity. I don't normally do this, but this one just happened so fast that I'm like, okay, let's see if we can find another one. This one already happened. This was actually one we were thinking about trading instead. Basically, we were thinking about starting. This bar is this is where the class started, was at the bottom of this bar. Buying that one was, and buying that one is the same trade we just took, because it's still CAD franc. It's just the only thing that's different is the euro. So that was the exact same trade we just took, just buying instead of selling. Okay. Let's see if there's any others. And it has to be related to Europe, right? Can't be, you need to have either the franc, the euro, or the pound involved. This one potentially, but I just don't like to buy the euro right now. I hate buying euros right now. Like I refuse to buy euros. That one's not quite there yet. And again, I don't want to buy euros. Okay, maybe to sell. Could sell this euro yen. Yeah, actually, that's not terrible. I wish it was like pushing a lot more though. There's a euro dollar. It's just not stuff like that where it's kind of in the middle of the range just kind of scares me, and it's not really your technical banker's close opportunity. So I'm trying to find, like I said, I'm trying to find something that meets that classical setup. Here's the pound franc. This guy is pretty darn close to its high. Let's see, if we sell this, that'd be selling pounds, buying francs. Does that agree? Pound, not so much, but franc, yes, that would be buying francs if we sold this. Actually, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna put on just a quick little trade here on the pound franc. I'm gonna short this. Maybe a couple of trades actually. We're just playing with house money, right? We don't want to get too deep into this. I mean, I guess we could. There's not necessarily a problem to do so, but yeah, we'll take a second opportunity here. I wish we'd gotten this one like 10 minutes ago, but that's okay. Let's go to that. Actually, so basically, if you look at this expand out on the 5 minute over the last couple of days, we are hitting against some resistance here. It's been generally bearish anyways. We're in the banker's close opportunity. There's not a lot of news. I think this one will probably be fine. So anyway, let's zoom into a 1 minute now that we have the higher time frame kind of all sorted out. And yeah, the other trade, just leave that one. The stop loss is taken care of. So that one, you can just leave that one on autopilot. Really nothing to do. We'll just put our focus here now for the next 30 minutes or so. Yeah, and see if we can find a second opportunity. I kind of want it to make one more high, because if it made another high, then we could really just hit that hard. We could hit that so hard, and then it would just, you know, just come down like that. Yeah, this one wasn't exactly lining up right when the class started like the other one was. This one was it was right here, and it really wasn't puncturing above the upper Bollinger Band. To me, this did just recently, and so that's why I'm thinking, hey, this could be a second opportunity right now. Like I said, if it breaks higher, we'll probably add to that position just a little bit. In fact, I may add just one more cell because I only have 2 in, so I've got 3 total right there at this level, and then we'll respond. If it goes lower, I probably won't add more. I'll just kind of keep it and just manage it. But if it goes higher, then yes, of course, we'll go ahead and plan accordingly. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, it's just, yeah, if you draw also another line, another vertical, I like doing these vertical lines just to get a lay of the land, you know, where have we been? Let's see, where's the, let's see, this is all, I'm gonna go back further. This was the beginning of the trading day right here. So this is where it's been. It was, you know, basically down in the London, and then, oh, I'm going to add another trade just because it popped up a little. Down in the London, and then, or excuse me, in the Tokyo, and started coming back up in the London. Oh, I'm going to add another trade. That started coming back up, down again, and then up here. And there again, there hasn't really been any news to back this up. You know, any direction it wants to go, there's really nothing, and that's why it's been so choppy. You know, basically where it started at the beginning of the day over here. That's why I think, you know, if we get a runner like this, probably get a pullback, especially during an hour like the close. Probably would get an end of session pullback. Anyway, let me zoom back in. I want to see, actually, wait, I'm going to add another. I want to see where we're at relative to the 5-minute. Yeah, we're basically pushing that upper Bollinger Band. Yeah, if we make one more leg higher, that will be the high of the day. And actually, it'll be a couple day high, like a 48-hour high. So, you know, I think that could be pretty good if it did. Okay, so yeah, we're probably, it looks like it's flickering. It wants to make that other high, and that's fine. We'll go ahead and respond when it does that. Okay, I'm gonna grab another little cell right there. Another one. Where we at? Yeah, we're hitting up against, this was resistance before. That was the high of the day. And we're just retesting it right now. And we wait to see if it makes another leg or if this is it where it starts coming down. I may do a little cleanup on this one. If we get a nice engulfing bar lower, I may just clean up a little bit. We'll see though. I'll go ahead and categorize these. Again, you want to close out when we're ready. Obviously right now we're not, but if we need to do some cleanup, we'll close out the worst trade or the worst couple of trades first, and then you leave the rest to ride, right? That's the concept. But right now we just wait. And we are just past the way past the hour. So we have just under 30 minutes to add to the position if adding makes sense. I'll go ahead and add one more right there. Oh, I'm gonna grab that. Give me that. I want that. I want that. Give that to me. I'll take it. Give it to me. Perfect. Take one more there. Pick another. So it just busted through its resistance for the day, and that's okay. Oh wow, we're pushing hard, aren't we? Okay, and we'll have to do some cleanup here in just a second. If we can get another leg lower, let's see what we get. Unless I'm missing some news, I'm not sure why this is pushing like that. I'm gonna double check real quick. Because if there's some news, I don't want to be in this. That was from 9 hours ago. All right, I'm just gonna grab a few more. And then we'll want to do some cleanup here in just a second. This might be a little bit difficult to get out of this one. I'm really confused. This doesn't usually push like that. It's okay, we'll make it work. Okay, where did my order screen go? I need that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to clean up a couple of these with that most recent pullback. And yeah, we'll just let this, just got to clean up a few. We're going to have to make this up on the other side. That's fine. We'll get this. I'm confused. That was quite the move there. That was just in 4 minutes, 30 or 40 pips. Okay, now we'll wait a second. Now that I've cleaned up a few trades, but where's that mid Bollinger Band? Because if this thing does pull back quite a bit, yeah, because the mid Bollinger Band is all the way down here. So, I mean, this thing in reality is quite overbought if there is no news. Like, I don't understand why it would do something like that. So anyway, we'll work this out here. It's going to take some time, so hang with me. But yeah, where I've circled would be the mid Bollinger Band. So on all of these trades, we'd be looking at, you know, something right here, something here as a reasonable target. That would get all of our money back if that were the case. But we need to be a little bit careful how we approach this. Again, I'm going to go check while that's just simmering there. I don't see anything that, yeah, there's still not, this is all, that's the same thing from 9 hours ago. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Well then, yeah, we got to stick with this trade then. We need to stick with it. Unless you guys see something that I'm missing. But yeah, we need to stick with this and let it do its thing. In the meantime, while we let that start pulling back, let's go ahead and watch. We're going to make an epic comeback on this trade. Epic comeback. I'm going to pull these targets to kind of where we need them to be relative to that mid Bollinger Band. I'm just going to quickly do a small cleanup, guys. I'm just going to grab those two trades, just kind of clean up just a little bit. Just want to have a slightly smaller position if I can work that. Somebody hit the buy button. Yeah, now they're selling. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know why it would do something like that. There's really nothing propping that up. There's no news that I saw. Anyway, well, the worst part's over. Like, that was getting kind of scary there for a second, but we're past that, and we can still make quite a bit of money today. We just need to be patient on this. As long as, again, if there is something that I missed that caused that most recent spike, then we need to hit the eject button anyway. But I didn't see anything. And normally, here's how I check. The lineup for the day will be right here on Forex Factory. It'll just tell you what's coming up, and there hasn't really been anything significant today at all. There is a speech later, but that's not until after the close, much after the close. And then if you want to see latest stories, it'll show you right here. Like, if something happened, this was 31 minutes ago, this thing was 35 minutes ago, and nothing really big has occurred. And you can always refresh this and see if something else has come up. So, but we don't have that, so this is good. And yeah, I'm glad we still have lots of trades. We got 2 real banger trades up here at the top. Obviously let those guys ride, we need them. And we've got several up here that are now profitable. We gotta leave those. And then these are gonna turn profitable soon. I'm probably gonna leave those on. And then, but yeah, there's still such a long ways to go to that mid Bollinger Band. It's all the way down here. So that's why I'm thinking not only should we get our money back, you know, we should be able to get a pretty darn good profit for the day. I'm just so surprised with how quickly this happened. It's all right. It's okay. Our best trade, by the way, our other EuroCAD trade hit its target. So that one's done too. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, we're out of that one. So every trade on that pair was profitable. This has just hurt us a little bit. We'll be fine though, like I said, but like our best trade on this one's already up 19 pips. Worst trade's down 5. So now we just wait and let these things ride. We're getting close though. This will be good. Yeah, that really, see, this was the high right here of the day. It busted through that and now it's come back very quickly. So it's getting rejected, which is good, but just kind of crazy how it came out there so hard like it did. Love that comment. Some institutional trader fell asleep in the next one. Yeah, it's because we had low volatility all day until now, right? Here's the volatility we've been begging for. Just kind of came at it in kind of an unexpected way. We'll be good. We've already done enough cleanup that I feel very comfortable right now. I'm in a really good spot with the cleanup that we did. And then now that it's come down so far so quickly, I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. So, and again, I still stand by these targets. You know, if you look at that mid Bollinger Band on the 5-minute, this is where the targets ought to be, is kind of in this section right here. If we can get it down to that, yes, this will be a really big banger day. We should get a lot of profits if we can get back into here. Let me double check when that speech is. It's not until, there's still 2 hours and 30 minutes until that happens. So I think we'll be fine. We've got plenty of time before that speech comes out. And the only reason why this is slowing down right here is because this line, that red line, is the high of the day. And so it's just retesting the high of the day. You know, the bulls are trying to make a comeback here, but so you might see a slowdown through here. I think eventually you'll see that break. So you've got this little trend line that we need to bust through. So we're just bouncing off the trend line and that high of the day. So it may try to, you might see it kind of do something here. Again, that's fine. Ultimately, once this passes through this trend line like that, then it's going to be down from there. So we have a little bit of something to break through right here, but I think we'll break it and we'll be fine. I mean, we're already fine. Like, we haven't taken a loss with this strategy in what, like several weeks, and we're not. I don't believe we will. We'll still get our money today. This was just kind of, wow, this just kind of caught me a little bit off guard. We'll be fine. Especially with all the cleanup that we've done already. I can tell it's trying to do something here. It's got a little consolidation form. Obviously it wants to make another high. We'll see if it, I mean, like I said, it may, I mean, it still can. It's got another 10 or 15 minutes to make another high within the banker's close time frame. But again, if it kind of just walks through that trend line, if it just kind of comes through that, I think at that point the bulls will give up and the bears will take over. And yeah, if we go another, like we've got, how many trades is this? This is a total of, I think, 10 trades I have on. So if this comes out to here, that's 10 times, yeah, it's like 240 pips more. So yeah, we'll have a great day. Once it gets out to here, just got to be patient. Yeah, it's just trying to, I can see what it's trying to do. Obviously it's trying to continue that trend right there, and it's doing a good job so far. And maybe we just need to show the bulls like, hey, it's not going to create a new high, or if it makes a new high, it's going to be a lower high than the previous or something like that, and then we come down. So it could be I'm just going to be honest, it could be a slow grind. Like, it may go past, we probably won't hit these targets by the end of the hour. I'll still stick around until the end of the hour, but we may have to wait past the hour to hit these targets, which is okay. Again, with the strategy rules, it's okay to close out of winners and losers past the hour, but your time to add to the high of the day is within this 1 hour period. So we've got 10 minutes left just for adding. And then after that's over, you can no longer add. You're only just managing the trades you currently have open. always been taught when you're trading trends, if the market, and this would have me worried if I was buying, what you want if you're trading trends is like this quick engagement like it happened here, and then expansion, quick engagement, and then expansion, right? This one has engaged, but it's just hanging on to the trend line. And normally that's not a good thing if you're a buyer. So that's why, again, I'm still feeling confident. We just have to kind of, there's this process of like tipping the buyers over into the seller's hands. And it takes a while to kind of like transfer that agreement to the other side. Because right now the bulls still think, hey, they're not aware of what we're working on right now necessarily. They're thinking, hey, this is a trend. I want to trade trend. That's what I do. And that's fine. But you can obviously see as well, there's a lot of bears here keeping this lower. They're not letting it just expand like the bulls want it to. And so it is a tug of war. That's why it's been just largely consolidating right here. But once you see this, at some point, we're going to break this trend line. Once it breaks the trend line in a solid way, the bulls will give up a lot faster. And then the bears would take over once you break that trend line. We haven't done it yet, but at some point it will happen. So, you know, if we got a solid candlestick down, a lower candlestick here, that would scare a lot of bulls out, I think. Yeah, it's just traveling the trend line, and that's not what you want when you're a trend trader. When you're a trend trader, you want that quick engage and then expansion. It's not happening. So bears definitely we have a case. That's all I'm saying, is we definitely have a case on this market right now. We've got another 7 minutes until the top of the hour, at which point we'll probably wrap up the webinar, bring in some stop losses. We'll stop adding for the day, and we'll just go ahead and let the trade write itself out. Wow, it's just riding that trend. It's just grabbing onto it. And again, I've always learned that that's not a good thing if you're trend trading. If it's just grabbing it, it's holding on for dear life. But it's not just expanding at will. So that's, again, just reaffirming that concept. You can go back and look at other examples of trends. I'm trying to find one where this exact same thing happened. This chart just doesn't have a lot of trends to it, unfortunately. All right. And again, I'm just kind of in that no man's land. Like I've already got trades priced above these. And so I'm not really looking to add more right now. I probably won't add more. There's only 4 minutes left to add. I'm just going to manage these. Again, if all of these trades hit their targets, which they should later today, in the next 1 to 2 hours, then that will cover, let's see, I did the math on it. It's like the average target would be like 25 pips, 25, and there's 10 trades times 10. It's 250 pips. And yeah, that would cover any losses for the day plus any profits as well. So, but and it would give us a profit for the day. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, so let's see. Anyway, let's just make it a little bit of a break here. Let's see what it does. It's got 3 minutes to do something here. Very volatile, this candlestick. It just makes me think, I wonder if there is something going on, but I think it's really just kind of a battle between buyers and sellers. I'm gonna grab another. Going to go out to a higher time frame to see if there's any other resistance or any other thing that can confirm or see where we're at. Technically, this was old resistance a few days ago, and we're right at it right there. That was from October 7th and October 6th. So that we're basically at a week high right now. Okay, so like I said, I added one more trade up there, just to kind of even out my positions just a little bit because I didn't have anything in that little gap right there. But I've got the position built up the way I want it for the rest of the day. Again, we should make, after losses, we should make over 200 pips or so on this trade setup. Which will be fantastic. Again, if you look at the mid Bollinger Band, we still have, maybe I'll bring up a few of these, spread these out just a little bit, take a few more at some other resistance levels here. We'll close these out. You will be getting a post from me later, kind of recapping how this trade panned out, what we're doing, and, from where we're at. I probably will bring in some of these stops. I won't put them right at that resistance. I'm just going to give it just a little bit of a gap, but yeah, I'll bring in a lot of these stops just in case. We got to have that just in case scenario built in to protect us, because I'm going to be largely leaving this trade alone. When it looks like we might be breaking through that trend line now, let's take a closer look. At least it looks like that on this chart. Okay. Yeah, it's very flustered. You can see like it made a run for it, but it didn't do a very good job, and now it's busting through. So I think you're probably going to see this thing start to come down now. But yeah, we'll let it do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And yeah, over the next 1 to 2 hours, you'll get an update from me. And then you guys watch this trade too. But yeah, I still feel confident about it getting where we want it to go. I mean, the mid Bollinger Band is still down in this area, so we should be able to get there. I don't see any other news. So, all right, guys, appreciate your attendance. Thanks for coming, and we'll catch you in the next webinar.